Think fast. There is no right or wrong in this realm, no good or bad. It's different experiences, may it be negative or positive, but different experiences, and we do things, in the way we feel we want to do them, in essence, because, there's a cause and effect in place. So, you know what you're doing, the effect that comes with, or should I say the cause that comes with the effect. You know what comes with your actions, point blank, period. But reason why I'm going in that first, because I think about how, these different little aspects of, us being able to do alchemy. And of course, it's all about us, bringing light into the body, being as healthy as quote unquote possible, you know, uh, but we also are here, on the experience, experiment with this physical realm as far as, just experiences. We're not just here to just sit like a little bump on the log and just, like we down here, having experiences. And I thought about how, like when I'm drinking coffee, but like when I do a vibe, so basically like it's a combination of drinking, matter of fact, cold brew coffee to be exact, but drinking coffee and then eating light, like and only smoking herbs, so like smoking herb and drinking the coffee. And I realized like it creates this portal. And again, like with many different substances, you know, there's a chance of you becoming dependent on it. There is harmful effects that may come from it. But like I always say, there are harmful effects that come from water and the sun, and those two things are the most life-bringing things, on this plane of existence. So again, it's just about going with the flow of what you feel and integrating energies and balancing things out within your being. But I thought about how I hit these little. It's almost like a gene, like not say genius channel, but like it opens up this portal of like being flooded, and I say flooded with information, but where it's just like aha moment after aha moment. And just now, as I was doing my work, I realized part of like when we're drinking coffee, uh, especially like a cold brew, because in a lot of cases cold brews have a certain intensity to it, and like coffee affects the heart rate, at a certain point, because it's that caffeine kind of bringing that that jolt of energy in, but that's also causing your heart to pump faster. But I realized in that moment when my heart pumping faster, the heart deals with electricity and the brain, and the heart also deals with, again, we are electromagnetic beings, so it also deals with magnetism too. And I thought about like as my heart, starts to pump faster, like the magnetism of my auric field is starting to move a little quicker. So it's causing information from higher self to kind of be pulled into my energy field faster and more often, and it's kind of like and just like with anything, that's not for me to be doing this every day, all the time, every hour on the hour, just drinking coffee. And because coffee is very acidic and it does have its harmful effects. But and I wanted to go look this up before I did this video so I could say it fully. But I think about shout out to Black Magic, Brother Rich. He had Brother Oba on his channel a while back, and he spoke about how this lady, somebody in the hood, smoked crack, this and that, and he and matter of fact, he was talking about like when he was still dealing, and he had this, again, and matter of fact, the story that most brethren and sisters from the hood know of, as far as like, the lady, on the drugs, but she pregnant, and we like, oh nah, go clean up, But he came across a situation where a lady, you know, do her thing, and then he was like, man, don't do the drugs. While you pregnant, you gonna, man, you tripping. She's like, nah, like, cause basically what he was talking about in the story, just showing how, us as melanated indigenous people, uh, how even in the hood and in urban areas, taken away from our true nature, we still got our magic abilities, and even on crack, you know what I'm saying? Because basically what she had said, she was like, oh no, like she basically knew how to like do the drugs in such a manner where she could get a high, like, and it was something dealing with some baking soda, and I can't remember the whole situation, but basically, she was still was doing her thing, but was doing that little, that little magic with the, when I say magic with the bacon, so it's not, not that kind of magic, actual, like it was something with, I don't know, drawing the toxins out of the body, but mostly, again, magic though, in general, not just like no, science, more so too, just science of the magic of, the subconscious mind being able to do whatever it believes it's capable of doing. But just that whole vibe. Again, speaking back to what I'm speaking on, just how we are able to take, as a matter of fact, and that's why I want to finish off too though. Her daughter, from what the brethren said in the story, end up being like one of the smartest, people in her school or whatever, even though her mom was still doing, drugs while pregnant for her, in which they do show that a lot of quote unquote crack babies come out, smart, like some reverse alchemy or something like that. But you just start to see, because even down to too, what I questioned the other day, again, because we got to be open to questioning these things, just like questioning, like, suicide, like, is it really bad, or is it, like, because I thought about, like, with malachite, like, with certain crystals that they claim, like, don't make an elixir out of this, it's poison. I thought about it, I'm like, man, and I'm not telling anybody in this video to do, I'm just speaking on, like, again, like, what we told certain things, like, who's to say they're not trying to scare us from something that's gonna, really be beneficial, and that's why it's just a awareness to question all things. But again, this is not trying to give excuse to just do, things that's harmful to us, but again, like, just realizing that some of these things that we were taught is harmful, or or the fact that, like, realizing that we do have a certain level of magic, and that level of magic may deal with things that may not be orthodox, So again, coffee is acidic, or being a vegan, you don't want to drink a coffee, or, But it's like, again, there's certain little, chemical connections and reactions, just like when you mix, what it is, I forgot what it is, to get hydrochloric acid, but, you mix these different things together, to get, a certain different element, or get a certain effect, that's that same type of vibe, because again, too much water could be a bad thing for you, too much sunlight could burn you up, and that's two of the, two of the things that's most favorable to life on this plane of existence. But again, most favorable only when it's balanced. Whenever the sun and the water is out of balance, it could fuck up all kind of shit, So again, as much as we want to be scared of, like, drugs and this and that, the stuff that brings life could take it out. As above, so below on so many levels. You know, just like our parents, I brought you into this world, I could take you out. You know, but again, just realizing that whenever I'm, you know, the point of just when drinking coffee, you know, the heart starts to beat, and with the heart starting to beat a little faster, you know, again, it's more of a download that just came to me just now, where it was like, yeah, when your heart is beating faster, it's creating a stronger pull on your electromagnetic field, or more so your magnetic field, and you're pulling in this information down, you know, down into your body much more quicker. So like, that's why, matter of fact, if anybody remember, you know, that whether they remember me coming, anybody that know me coming to my crib when I was staying in Baton Rouge or whatever, you know, that I would go, when I would get off from work, I'd go to Highland Coffee, get me a coffee, and I'd be, you know, up vibing with the energy, vibing with the spirit, watching different videos, or doing certain little meditations, or just you know, running it with certain people that will come through, but you know, on spiritual vibes, you know. But again, realize there's magic in whatever we believe it to be in, you know. Like if I let the over healthy police, you know, get into my subconscious, then I would be scared to even look at coffee, you know, and that would be that would become true in my realm of existence. That coffee would be extremely bad, you know, compared to you know, me having my own outlook towards it. So it is what it is for me, from my perspective, and not from, you know, somebody else's. But again, definitely be careful, be aware of your consciousness when dealing in this area, because you don't want you want to make sure that you're not just, you know, dealing with certain unhealthy things just to you know, indirectly pulling yourself back down into like, you know, the old you that no longer serves you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to make sure, as long as whatever you're doing, you're constantly growing and moving forward in your spiritual growth. That's basically the blueprint to it. As far as it's your blueprint, you know, whatever works for you, as long as you feel that you are, you know, you're getting closer to the source within yourself. You know, you feel your soul ascension. You feel the wisdom and knowledge coming into you. You know, you feel the growth. You're seeing things, quote unquote, getting better, you know, in life. Then yeah, you know, you vibe with that. But again, if it seems like it has you going backwards and going back into those, you know, harmful habits and ideas that you used to, you know, occupied, and you don't want to deal with it. But that's basically it. Oh, like, peace. Habit now. Now the vibrate, of course. Not too far in the future. Not too far in the past. Right now. Now is the vibrate. Peace, y'all.